Part 1. The Promise of Love. Once upon a time, in a quiet neighborhood nestled between towering buildings and bustling streets, two souls named Sarah and Sam found solace in each other's company. Their love story was one of childhood innocence, blossoming into something deeper and more profound as they grew older. Sarah was a free-spirited girl with a heart full of dreams. Her vibrant personality and infectious laughter attracted everyone around her. Sam, on the other hand, was a gentle and compassionate young man, admired for his kind nature and unwavering support for his loved ones. As Sarah and Sam spent their days exploring the nooks and crannies of their neighborhood, a bond stronger than friendship formed between them. They shared secrets, dreams, and whispered promises of forever. Their love was a delicate flower, nurtured by stolen glances and shy smiles. But fate had a different plan in store for them. One day, without warning, Sam's parents announced that they would be migrating to another city. The news struck like a bolt of lightning, shattering the idyllic world Sarah and Sam had built together. The separation tore at their hearts, leaving a void that seemed impossible to fill. With tearful eyes and trembling voices, they made a solemn promise to one another. They vowed to find each other again, to bridge the distance that had abruptly torn them apart. Part 2. The Longing Years. Days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months, and months turned into years. The promise Sarah and Sam made became the guiding light that illuminated their paths. Sarah, now a woman driven by unwavering love, embarked on a journey to find her lost soulmate. The search was not easy. Sarah faced countless obstacles, but her determination never wavered. In a world filled with distractions and fleeting connections, she remained steadfast in her quest for Sam. The neighborhood that had once been their playground now became a maze of memories and unanswered questions. As the years passed, Sarah found solace in her memories of Sam. The sound of his laughter, the warmth of his touch, it all lived on in her heart. She could feel his presence, even when he was miles away. Sarah's longing for Sam fueled her resolve to find him, no matter the cost. But her journey was not without pain. The world often misunderstood her relentless pursuit, misconstruing her dedication as obsession. She faced ridicule and judgment, but she refused to let their words deter her. Sarah bore the unbearable troubles, her love for Sam serving as a shield against the harshness of the world. Part 3. The Threads of Fate. After 2 decades of unwavering determination and countless sleepless nights, Sarah's search finally bore fruit. A twist of fate led her to a bustling city, where the threads of destiny delicately weaved their way through the tapestry of her life. On an ordinary day, as Sarah walked down a crowded street, her eyes met those of a familiar face. It was Sam, her long-lost love, standing only a few steps away. Time stood still as their eyes locked, and the world around them faded into insignificance. A whirlwind of emotions rushed through Sarah's veins. Joy, disbelief, and a hint of trepidation filled her heart. Was it truly Sam? After years of longing, she couldn't help but fear that this was another cruel twist of fate, playing tricks on her vulnerable heart. But as she approached him, hesitantly yet full of hope, she saw in his eyes the same flicker of recognition. Part 4. The Cafe of Reunion. With trembling hands and racing hearts, Sarah and Sam closed the gap between them. They embraced each other tightly, as if holding on to the lost years, as if trying to mend the wounds inflicted by their forced separation. Tears mingled with laughter as they soaked in the overwhelming rush of emotions. Unable to contain their joy, Sarah and Sam found themselves in a nearby cafe. They settled into a cozy corner, their fingers entwined, eager to catch up on the moments they had missed in each other's lives. The cafe buzzed with life, the clinking of cups and the aroma of freshly brewed coffee creating a symphony of comfort. Sarah and Sam talked for hours, their words painting a vivid picture of the lives they had led apart. They shared stories of triumphs and failures, of dreams realized and dreams shattered. Their laughter echoed through the cafe, drawing curious glances from other patrons who couldn't help but be captivated by the love radiating from their every word and gesture. Sarah spoke of her relentless pursuit, the hardships she endured, and the unwavering belief in their love that kept her going. Sam listened intently, his eyes filled with gratitude and admiration for the woman who had never given up on him. In turn, Sam shared tales of his journey, a path that had led him through different cities, different people, and different experiences. But through it all, Sarah's presence lingered. In his heart, a beacon guiding him back to her. Part 5. Love Transcending Time. As they spoke, Sarah and Sam marveled at the sheer power of their love. It had defied time and distance, weaving its way through the tapestry of their lives, connecting them even when they were worlds apart. They realized that the hardships they endured were necessary to bring them to this very moment, to this cafe where they could savor their reunion. The trials they faced had only strengthened their love, cementing their bond and reaffirming their commitment to each other. With every word, every touch, the years of longing melted away. The scars of separation began to fade as they basked in the warmth of their shared affection. It was as if the universe had conspired to reunite them, to remind them that true love knows no boundaries. Sarah and Sam recognized the immense significance of their reunion. Their love story became a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of perseverance and unwavering devotion. They understood that their journey was not in vain, for it had led them to this moment of pure bliss. Part 6. Embracing the Modern World. As Sarah and Sam embraced the present, they also embraced the modern world that had played a role in reuniting them. Technology had bridged the gap between their lives, allowing them to reconnect in a world that seemed boundless. They marveled at the wonders of social media, where connections were made and lost, and how it had ultimately led them back to each other. Sarah and Sam realized that in this era of digital connection, their love had remained rooted in something deeper, an unbreakable bond that no virtual world could replace. With the modern world at their fingertips, Sarah and Sam set out to build a life together. They embraced the opportunities and challenges that lay ahead, knowing that their love had withstood the test of time and distance. Part 7. A New Beginning. And so, Sarah and Sam embarked on a new chapter, a chapter defined by the strength of their love and the wisdom gained from their arduous journey. They vowed to make up for the lost years, cherishing every moment they had together. Together, they built a life rooted in love, compassion, and mutual support. They celebrated each day as a gift, cherishing the simple pleasures of holding hands, sharing laughter, and building new memories. Sarah and Sam's love story continued to evolve, deepening with every passing day. They embraced the adventures that life presented, them exploring new places, learning from different cultures, and making lasting connections with kindred spirits along the way. Their love had transcended time, bridging the gap between two souls who were meant to be together. Through the challenges they had faced, their bond had grown stronger, their appreciation for each other deeper. And so, Sarah and Sam lived there happily ever after. In the embrace of their love, they had discovered a love that was timeless, a love that could conquer any hardship, and a love that would forever be etched in their hearts. Together, they had found their way back to each other, completing the beautiful love story that had begun all those years ago in their beloved neighborhood. And as they sat together, basking in the warmth of their love, they knew that they were truly home, wherever they may be, as long as they were together.
And I Learned About Women by Earl G. Coolin. Ethel was different, quite different. She used poor grammar and chewed gum. One evening was enough. I left before the dance was half over. Never, never, never will I have another blind date. Ethel meant well, but she was sadly misinformed. All her remarks started with, "Say, listen, kiddo." She was terrible. But then came Evelyn. Evelyn was a keen number, everybody said, so I agreed with them. I was enormously pleased with her. She dressed like Irene Castle and danced better. She never lost her temper, and was always jolly and companionable. Oh, yes, she was ideal except for one fault, one monstrous fault. She was an awful gold digger. Little Evelyn knew more ways to spend money than any two girls extant. She knew the telephone number of every cab company and its branches in the city of Chicago. I wouldn't be surprised if she knew them in New York and Boston, too. She was acquainted with all the better places to eat and dance. The better they were, the more expensive they were. Evelyn was always hungry. Her appetite was enormous. Evelyn was a very nice girl. Very nice, indeed, for a millionaire. I received her wedding announcement the other day. She married a plumber. Marjorie was not pretty, nor was she attractive. She was beautiful, however. I think she was the natural reaction from Evelyn. She seemed comfortably old-fashioned and modest. She was really too good for me. I never did quite reach her level. I gave up trying in sheer boredom. Marjorie always seemed about to fall apart and break or something. She was too frail and saintly. Oh, she was sweet and pleasant enough, at least until she fainted dead away watching an exciting movie. That was a dirty trick. I don't like girls who faint on such a flimsy excuse. Now, Florence was not like that. She was very well built, rather athletic looking, and quite healthy. She was also beautiful, although in a different sort of way, being attractive at the same time. She, too, had one fault. She was dumb. Beautiful, but dumb. A perfect example of the type. That girl's head must have been a blank, a perfect vacuum, a total loss. She had one or two stock phrases, which she shuffled about and handed out as her line. As a conversationalist, she was absolute zero. I always felt worn out from my oratorical efforts whenever I went out with her. It was like trying to talk to a house full of empty seats. Maybe in her native habitat, she talks herself out. She is a telephone girl. I really liked Frances. She was a peach. Good-looking, good dancer, intelligent, full of fun, yet the soul of propriety. She fulfilled every conceivable expectation. She was one in a million. She had no faults. You could take her anywhere, and she would fit perfectly. She was modest and unassuming, and yet a girl you'd be likely to notice in a crowd. She never traveled in fast company, yet she was not a reformer. She never smoked. She didn't tell risque stories. She was perfect. Yesterday, she was arrested for bootlegging. The end of And I Learned About Women by Earl G. Coolin.